Excuse me. Hello, Martha Diartha here, your QX Cabaret reporter, bringing you another selection of things to see around the capital in the month of July. And this month, I've given you 5 little selections of various things to see around the capital. First up, let's treat you to something a bit cultural. If, like me, you like a little bit of classic culture and you're really keen on your Beethoven, Bach and Chopin, then we've got Classical Pride for you. And here's a little bit more about their special drag night. Classical Pride enjoyed huge success in its inaugural year last year and promises to be bigger and better this year. Running from the 3rd to the 7th of July with a programme of some really quite remarkable events, new works, guest artists, premieres and stunning performances, it all culminates in a spectacular concert at the Barbican, and I implore you to check out the full programme, it's very exciting. But I would like to draw your attention to their evening of classical drag, which is taking over Soho's Outernet on Wednesday the 3rd of July. This evening is bringing classical music and drag together in a glorious melting pot that will feature Monet Exchange and Thorgy Thor, as well as Bojangles, Freddie Love, Snow White Trash, Barbs, Johnny Woo and Nikki Spence in an evening of opera and concerto like you've never seen before, all accompanied by a live orchestra of exceptional LGBTQ+ talent conducted by the acclaimed Oliver Zeffman, founder and artistic director of Classical Pride. Tickets are on sale now, and I wholeheartedly suggest you check out this wonderful festival and all it's got to offer. Look at the cherries on that. Now, if you like your drag a little more creative, a bit more out of the box, a bit more experimental, then Not Another Drag Competition, otherwise known as NADC, are having their All-Stars season, and each heat of this competition is taking place in a different venue. So let me tell you where you can catch the grand final with their All-Stars mix of some fabulous talent. Not Another Drag Competition has become a celebrated contest for a number of years now, attracting acts that want to celebrate their creativity and their performance away from the relative restrictedness of the more broad-stroke sing-along pub club scene, and has proved so popular that after 5 smash hit seasons, 8 of their All-Stars are returning for 6 weeks of fabulous and fiendish challenges, all hoping to take home the title of All-Stars champion and £1,000 in cash. But this year the competition will be taking place in a different venue each week, culminating in the grand final at the Pleasance Theatre on Monday the 8th of July. Hosted by me, that's me, the fabulous queen, not me, this fabulous queen, god this could get confusing, and starring Aidan Strickland, Coco Couture, Lust, Charcuterie, Spoiler Rotten, That Girl, Ooh La La, and the public universal friend, aka the Puff, you are guaranteed an evening of delightful kookiness, creativity and flair, with more talent on that stage than you can shake your bongos at. If you enjoy drag in all its colours, do yourself a favour and check it out before it's gone for another season. Baked ice cream, yes please. Or if you fancy popping your cherry at a karaoke evening, you can go to She Bar and catch Sing Karaoke with Adam Orr and Apple Derriere. Here's some information. This month I wanted to include something a little more focused on an evening for the ladies, and I've heard so much about the evenings at Sing Karaoke at She Bar that I thought I'd draw your attention to it. Sing Karaoke has gained iconic status over the years and is packed to the rafters week after week, proudly boasting it's rammed with London's finest lesbians and pals. This lesbian-centric karaoke night is hosted by uber-talented drag cabaret power couple Adam Orr and Apple Derriere, who not only host the night, but regularly entertain the loyal crowd with a power ballad or 12. Rightly proud of boasting a safe space for a lovely mix of young and older lesbians, non-binary beauties and their friends, go check them out every Wednesday and lift up your voices with this friendly bunch. Or, if you fancy seeing Myra Dubois, and you'll know who she is unless you're dead, you can catch her at the Royal Vauxhall Tavern doing a special bingo night with cabaret support. So if you fancy that, here's some details. Myra's own unique take on a popular British pastime, bingo, has become the stuff of legend when it ran for 22 weeks in Manchester last year. And so for one night only, on Tuesday the 16th of July, you can chance fate and attempt to get lucky with Myra's balls at her spiritual home of the Royal Vauxhall Tavern on the Lambeth Riviera. You can expect laughs aplenty from this serial empath of stage, film and telly fame, along with her signature wit and, oh yes, that voice. She'll be singing all right. All ably assisted that evening by talented cruise ship crooner Mr. Jordan Smart. Grab your dobbers for a night of song and laughter and prizes, with Myra, who will be leading the masses in rounds of competitive numerology. Have fun! Yes, that's 10 battered sausages, please. Hello. So, if you fancy something really cultural, you can go and catch Queens, the musical, at the Underbelly in London, starting in July. Now, drag has started to permeate through theatre now, with everyone's talking about Jamie, Kinky Boots, but this one is just drag queens, just musical. So here's some details. Yes, drag has always had its roots in theatre, going right back to the days of Shakespeare, but it's rare to see a form of drag that's more akin to our proud British cabaret scene on the West End stage. So it's wonderful to see Queens live and in London take to the stage for a limited run at the Underbelly Boulevard in Soho before they embark on a massive UK tour. I'm told that while on the surface it may look like 5 flawless looking queens banging out some party bangers, what you're going to experience are some killer vocal performances, insane harmonies and dance routines. But what you might not be expecting is some heart and some hard-hitting messages about discovering yourself. It's a show with emotion and soul wrapped in makeup and heels and served with theatre performances, and it all opens on the 11th of July for a strictly limited run. Check out queenstheshow.com for details. I'll be there. This month, for those of you feeling daring enough to venture beyond the M25, I want to shine a light on one of the big playing cities when it comes to drag. Nowhere else in the UK can you restrict yourself to a 3 or 4 street area all next to each other and have more LGBTQ bars to choose from than I was able to count. And when it comes to drag, the scope of choice will rival any other big cabaret city. It isn't physically possible to list them all in just a few seconds, but I encourage you to explore. You'll find somewhere that feels like home to you very quickly. What I will do is give you 3 venues that I know will offer you something you'll like, and you can start from there. All right? So if you like casts of lip syncers and production numbers, then the highlight at Bar Pop is the in-house troupe putting on their regular shows, and you can't miss the queens outside working the door. Or perhaps you like a more intimate, classy evening. If so, check out the Cockatoo Club. Showing off a very 20s style and a gorgeous cocktail menu, trust me on that, you'll find quite a varied weekend listing with live cabaret every Friday and Saturday from guests all over the UK, enjoying the more personal energy that this venue affords. They also play host to regularly programmed special events too, and their sing-along Sundays with Vivian Lindsay are now the stuff of legend. But one of the biggest hitters on the canal is undoubtedly Via. With cabaret happening every night of the week all year long, you'll see a delicious selection of acts, tributes, queens, powerhouse vocals and the odd bona fide superstar. A proper pub by day that serves food as well as late night entertainment, it can get very busy and bustly here with lots of passing trade. But no matter what your drag and cabaret tastes are in Manchester, you don't have to travel very far to find it, and the village has it all in spades. And once you're done partying, a trip to Village Chippy is a must. Now, I cannot talk about popular LGBTQ+ venues in London without mentioning this stalwart and long-standing location in Clapham High Street. Not only is it a popular cabaret location and one of the handful in London that provide cabaret 7 nights a week, even on Christmas Day, but more and more people are learning that they provide a programme of inclusivity and diversity as their backroom is seeing more and more events programmed, from spoken word evenings, competition events, to full-blown theatrical offerings and more. There aren't too many places where you can join an audience viewing an evening of lesbian-focused poetry, come back the next night to watch the London Gay Big Band with guest singers, and then pop to the front bar on any night to watch a drag queen, king or vocalist command the room with some musical belters, and then dance until the wee small hours. And every week culminates in the now famous Power of 4 or more, where regular lineups include the likes of Sandra and Mary Mack. So if you haven't already, start following their socials and keep an eye on what's going on there, because take my word for it, there's something for everyone and you might just be surprised.